Hello, am I audible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, first of all, I welcome all of you in this lecture. So, good morning to everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, what about Babu, Shivangi, and Swati?
Good morning, sir.
Good.
Okay, so let me present my screen to you. Yes, please let me know. Can you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I hope आप सबने definitions go through किए होंगे whichever we have studied in our semester number 5. Okay? किए कि नहीं किए?
Kia,
Okay.
sir.
So that sounds good. So let us see. Okay, so in my previous lecture, we are on this preposition, that is preposition number 1. If H is a subgraph of G, then chi of H is less than or is equals to chi of G, where this chi represents the vertex chromatic number of that graph. Okay, so first of all, tell me what is a subgraph of a graph? Yes, what is a subgraph? आप खुद से अनम्यूट करके बोलोगे या फिर मैं पूछूं किसी को? यस ऋतिक.
A graph G dash is said to be a subgraph of graph G if vertex set of V dash is subset of V and A set E dash is subset of E.
Exactly. Okay, so see, suppose if I am going to say H is the subgraph of G, which means what? Vertex set of H is the subset of vertex set of G, and vertex H set of H is the subset of H set of G. Then we are going to call this H as a subgraph of G. So whenever I am going to consider a subgraph of G, then we are having this condition, that is vertex chromatic number of a subgraph is strictly less than or is equals to vertex chromatic number of a graph G. For example, if I consider this is my graph G, then what is its vertex chromatic number?
Six.
Is it 6?
Four.
4.
Four, sir.
Remember what is vertex chromatic number? Yes, Bijal, what is vertex chromatic number?
सर जो कलर करते हैं ना मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ वर्टेक्स को
मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ वर्टेक्स को कलर कर दे या फिर वर्टेक्स को मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ कलर से
मिनिमम
कलर कर दे?
वर्टेक्स को मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ कलर से कलर करते हैं.
Okay, so that is our vertex chromatic number. So this is my graph G. Now suppose if I take the subgraph of this graph G, you need to tell me whether this is a subgraph of graph G or not. Observe of graph G.
Yes, sir.
Yes, because the vertex set of this graph H is the subset of vertex set of G, and the H set of this H is the subset of H set of G. So this H is the subgraph of G. Now observe, What is the vertex chromatic number of this graph H?
2.
So here the vertex chromatic number of this graph H is 2, which means what? We are having this situation, that is 2 is always less than or is equals to 4. Now when I am having the vertex chromatic number H is exactly equals to 4, can I say this statement? This graph G is the subgraph of itself. Yes, can I say that statement?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, which means what? Whenever I am going to consider this graph G is same as H, or this graph H is same as this graph G, then we are having equality. Otherwise, we are having strict inequality. Is the statement clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is there anyone who is having any kind of doubt in this statement? Yes? No doubt? Shall I move further then?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So our next proposition is, if G is a disconnected graph, then, now what is a disconnected graph?
आइसोलेटेड वर्टेक्स होगा.
if there is no
एक
path
से
present
प्रेजेंट नहीं
between
होगा.
two vertices.
That is the null graph, Bijal. Don't confuse.
A graph is not connected, then it is called disconnected graph.
Exactly. So the graph G is not connected, then we are going to call it as disconnected graph. What about this graph W6? Can I say this graph is disconnected?
No.
No. So this graph W6 is the connected graph. Now observe. Now can I say this graph is disconnected?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what is the exact definition of disconnected graph? If we remove certain number of edges, or you can say some number of vertices from the original graph, then that graph breaks into two pieces, or you can say two or more than two pieces. Then we are going to call such a graphs as disconnected graphs. Or in simple words, you just say if it is not connected, then it is disconnected. And once we get the disconnected graph, then we are having what kind of component in disconnected graph?
Two component.
Connected component. Okay. So observe in this graph how many connected components are there. Yes, how many connected components are there in this disconnected graph? Yes, Swati, you just said it.
2.
Two. Okay, this middle vertex is one connected component, and this 5 cycle is another connected component. So in this graph, we are having two connected components. So if G is a disconnected graph, then we are interested to find out the vertex chromatic number of such a disconnected graph. So how we are going to do that? We are going to just calculate the maximum of vertex chromatic number of each connected component in the disconnected graph. Okay, So where CG represents what? CG denotes connected component of G. Have you understood how we are going to calculate the vertex chromatic number of a disconnected graph? Or is there some confusion?
सर एकदा क्रोमॅटिकची डेफिनेशन म्हणजे एक्सप्लेन करा ना. मी पहिल्या लेक्चर अटेंड नव्हता केला ना, तर मिस झालं होतं, तर मला आयडेंटिफाय नाही करता येते ते.
पण हे आपण सेकंड लेक्चर मध्ये बघितलेलं, फर्स्ट लेक्चर मध्ये नव्हतं बघितलं.
तर तुम्ही नोट्स पण नाही टाकलेत परत
हा, ओके
ग्रुपमध्ये.
ओके, मी आज टाकतो ते. ओके, सो व्हॉट इज वर्टेक्स क्रोमॅटिक नंबर? Vertex chromatic number is the number which we are going to calculate it using the minimum number of colors. In simple words, आपके ग्राफ में जितने भी वर्टाइसेस होंगे आपको उन सारे वर्टाइसेस को कलर करना है यूजिंग मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ कलर्स. ओके, and that minimum number of colors we are going to call it as k. Hence the vertex chromatic number of that particular graph is nothing but k. समझ लो. सी हा ग्राफ बघा W6. Now my question is, how many minimum number of colors you are going to use to color these vertices such that no two vertices of the same color are adjacent. म्हणजे जे पण दोन ऍडजसेंट वर्टायसेस असतील त्यांना सेम कलर आपण नाही द्यायचा आहे. इज दॅट क्लियर?
येस सर.
फॉर एग्जाम्पल अगर मैं याला ब्ल्यू कलरने कलर करेन तर यू कॅन सी this vertex, this middle vertex and this vertex are adjacent with this blue color vertex. So I am not going to color these three vertices using blue color. But these three vertices are not adjacent. So we can color this vertex with blue color. But what about this vertex? Can I able to color this vertex with blue color?
No, sir.
No, because if I color this vertex with blue color, then I am getting these two vertices are adjacent. So now I am going to use the different color. So let me use red color. Okay, now you can see I can color this vertex with red color because this vertex are adjacent with those vertices which are having blue color. Now observe, can I able to color this middle vertex with red color?
No, sir.
No, but we can able to color this vertex with red color. What about this vertex? Can I able to color this vertex with red color?
नो.
No.
No.
So we need to use the next color now. Okay. So let me use this color. Now observe, can I able to color this remaining vertex with yellow color?
नो.
No, because this is adjacent. So I need to use some different color. Okay, so here we are done. Now observe how many minimum colors we have used in this graph to color the vertices of this graph.
4.
4. Hence the vertex chromatic number of this graph is 4. Is the definition clear now?
येस सर.
Okay. Now see this preposition. If G is a disconnected graph, then vertex chromatic number of graph G is nothing but the maximum of all the vertex chromatic number of the connected components. Now observe this preposition and tell me, have you understood this preposition or not? Yes, have you understood it? Yes or no? At least say something. समझा?
No, sir.
Okay. ये तो क्लियर है. दिस इज आवर डिस्कनेक्टेड ग्राफ.
हाँ सर.
Okay. Now observe how many colors we are going to use to color this graph. Okay, but you can see in this graph we are having two connected components. Okay, तो हम connected components को अलग अलग color करेंगे. Suppose this is my one connected component, so let me color this component with using red color. Okay, so we have done with first component. Okay, so how many colors we have used to color this first component?
One.
Simply one. Okay, so we are going to collect that number of colors in this set. Okay, so we have used one color to color the one component of this disconnected graph. Okay, now we left with the second component. Now let us calculate how many minimum number of colors we are going to use to color this second component. So tell me how many minimum number of colors we are going to use to color this second connected component.
Three.
3.
Three.
Okay, as this is a 5 cycle, which means what? Cycle on odd number of vertices. So we need to use minimum 3 colors to color these vertices. So again we are going to insert that number in this set. Okay, so for the second component we have used 3 colors. अगर इसमें ज़्यादा कंपोनेंट होते तो हम उन अलग अलग कंपोनेंट के कलर्स मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ कलर्स कैलकुलेट करते हैं हमें कितने लगते हैं और वो सारे कलर्स हम इस सेट में पुट करेंगे. ओके, और इस सेट में पुट करने के बाद हम उसका मैक्सिमम लेंगे. And we are going to call that maximum as the vertex chromatic number of disconnected graph G. Is the definition clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell me what is vertex chromatic number of this disconnected graph?
3.
3. Is that clear to everyone? Yes, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
समझा बिजल?
No, sir.
तो आप बताओगे कब? Now observe, this is my whole graph G. Okay, this is my graph G, which is the disconnected graph. Now observe how many components are there in this graph.
Four.
4 components.
Okay, component means connected components. So we are having 4 connected components in this disconnected graph G. Now let me call this component as C1, C2, C3 and C4. Now my question is, How many minimum colors we are going to use to color the vertices of this connected component C1?
Two.
2.
Okay. So vertex chromatic number of C1 is nothing but 2. ये clear है?
Yes,
हाँ.
sir.
Okay. Now observe how many minimum colors we are going to use to color the vertices which are there in connected component C2.
1.
1.
So vertex chromatic number of graph C2 is 1. What is vertex chromatic number of C3?
2.
2. And what is vertex chromatic number of C4?
3.
Is it 3?
2.
This is 2. Why? Because you just give one color to this middle vertex and second color to this remaining vertices, so that no two vertices of the same color are adjacent. Remember, we need to use minimum colors. In fact, you can see this is bipartite graph. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now our aim is to calculate what is vertex chromatic number of this whole graph G. So what is the idea? You just take the maximum of all these connected components vertex chromatic number, that is chi of C1 comma chi of C2 comma chi of C3 comma chi of C4. Okay. What is C1? C1 is nothing but 2. C1 is nothing but 2. C2 is nothing but 1. C3 is nothing but 2. And C4 is nothing but 2. So among all these four numbers, which one is the maximum one?
2.
2 is the maximum one. Hence, the vertex chromatic number of this disconnected graph is nothing but 2. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
किसी
sir.
को कुछ डाउट इसमें अब? यस, किसी को कुछ डाउट है?
सर काय ऑफ C4 अगर 3 रहता तो 3 आता क्या?
यस, इन चारों में से जिसका भी मैक्सिमम नंबर होगा तो वो नंबर आएगा vertex chromatic number of this disconnected graph. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं इन दोनों को ऐड कर दूं, let me add one more edge over here. Now observe what is vertex chromatic number of C4.
Three.
3.
Now we are having vertex chromatic number of this graph C4 is 3. So here we are having it is 3. So what is the maximum of these four numbers? Yes.
3.
So maximum is 3. Hence the vertex chromatic number of this disconnected graph is nothing but 3. आपको सिंपल याद क्या रखना है, जितने भी कनेक्टेड कंपोनेंट आपको मिलेंगे आप हर एक इंडिविजुअल कंपोनेंट का वर्टेक्स क्रोमैटिक नंबर फाइंड आउट करोगे और वो सारे नंबर्स आप एक सेट में कलेक्ट करोगे और उस सेट का आपको मैक्सिमम लेना है. तो जो भी मैक्सिमम आएगा दैट इज नथिंग बट योर वर्टेक्स क्रोमैटिक नंबर ऑफ डिस्कनेक्टेड ग्राफ जी. इज इट क्लियर नाउ?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
किसी को कुछ कंफ्यूजन इसमें अब? समझा? सी वही हमने यहाँ पे लिखा था, वर्टेक्स क्रोमेटिक नंबर ऑफ chi इज नथिंग बट मैक्सिमम ऑफ chromatic number of each connected component. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's proceed further then. So remember, this is very important preposition. We are going to use this preposition later. Okay, we are not going to see the proof of these two preposition because these are quite easiest one. So you can do it by yourself. But the statement is important. Okay, now let us calculate some vertex chromatic number of some standard graphs. What is vertex chromatic number of K2?
2.
2,
2. What is vertex chromatic number of K3?
3.
3,
3. What is vertex chromatic number of K4?
2.
4,
2.
What?
4.
4. क्या आपने 2 बोला था? मैंने करेक्ट सुना था? See, K4 is complete graph on 4 vertices, and that according to the definition of complete graph, each pair of vertices are adjacent. So we need to use 4 different colors to color the vertices of this graph K4. Is it clear?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
रिमेंबर, ये हमारा जस्ट बिगिनिंग है ऑफ दिस यूनिट, और अगर आपको वर्टेक्स क्रोमेटिक नंबर ही कैलकुलेट करने को नहीं आया तो फिर आप आगे प्रोसीड ही नहीं कर पाओगे इस यूनिट में. सो अभी भी प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है आपको, देन प्लीज डू सम प्रैक्टिस, टेक सम रैंडम ग्राफ्स एंड डू द कैलकुलेशन, और जस्ट चेक how we are going to calculate the number vertex chromatic number of that particular graph. So now can you generalize this statement? We are having vertex chromatic number of graph K2 is 2, K3 is 3, K4 is 4. What about Kn then?
And
N. So here is a remark. Vertex chromatic number of graph Kn is nothing but n. You can use induction to prove this remark. Is the remark clear?
yes, sir.
ओके, सो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में याद रखो, अगर मैंने इसी में से कुछ पूछा तो फिर मुझे आंसर मिलना चाहिए आपसे.
Yes, sir.
एंड रिमेंबर, अभी तक किसी को पनिशमेंट नहीं मिली है. ओके, so let us understand this new definition. Okay, this is the definition of a clique. CLIQUE. So what is a clique in a graph? A clique is a subset of vertices of an undirected graph such that every two distinct vertices in the clique are adjacent. Okay, let me repeat this definition. Understand this definition carefully. A clique is a subset of vertices. Okay, so we are going to denote this clique by the letter C, and this C is nothing but the subset of vertices of an undirected graph such that every two distinct vertices in the clique are adjacent. Have you understood the definition?
यस सर.
ओके, बताओ क्या समझा आपको? यस अजित?
सर किसी भी अनडायरेक्टेड ग्राफ के वर्टाइसेस का जब सबसेट रहेगा तो उसके दो डिस्टिंक्ट मतलब अलग अलग वर्टाइसेस जो रहेंगे हमेशा एडजेसेंट ही रहेंगे
किसमें? क्लिक में।
क्लिक में।
यस एग्जैक्टली। आया सबको समझ में? यस और नो?
नो सर।
व्हाट अबाउट अदर्स? सी जब तक आप कम्युनिकेट नहीं करोगे मुझे पता नहीं चलेगा आपको समझ रहा है कि नहीं, और मैं ऐसे ही फिर फटाफट अपना सिलेबस कवर करता जाऊंगा। सो अगर आपको चाहिए कि आप अच्छे से समझो देन यू नीड टू कम्युनिकेट। And I already told you that there is no restriction on language. You can ask your doubt in any language. Any means Marathi, Hindi or English. Okay, आया समझ में सबको?
नो सर.
Okay. Now observe how many vertices are there in this vertex set of G. Observe, this is my graph G. Okay, this
फाइव
is my graph.
वर्टाइसेस.
So here vertex set of G contains 5 vertices. Now observe how many not let me do it like that. Okay. What is the relation between vertex A and B? Can I say these two vertices are adjacent?
यस सर.
Yes, sir.
What about vertex A and C? Are they adjacent?
Yes, sir.
What about A and D? Are they adjacent?
Yes.
Yes,
What
sir.
about B and D?
वो भी एडजेसेंट.
What about C and B?
एडजेसेंट है सर.
What about C and D?
वो भी
Also adjacent.
What about C and E?
नहीं है एडजेसेंट.
तो इसमें हमें ये 4 वर्टाइसेस मिले जो एक दूसरे को एडजेसेंट है. सो वी आर गोइंग टू कलेक्ट दिस 4 वर्टाइसेस इन अ सेट A, B, C, D such that every 2 distinct vertices, you can see A, B, C, D are all distinct vertices and every pair of vertices in this set C are adjacent, which means what? This set C is nothing but a clique. Have you understood the definition now? या अभी भी नहीं समझ रहा है?
समझ गया सर.
समझा सर.
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
understood.
समझा सर.
तो फिर अब ये सेकेंड सेट को बताओ और मुझे बताओ कि ये क्लिक है या नहीं है.
नहीं है सर.
व्हाट
नहीं.
इज द
नहीं है सर.
रीजन?
क्योंकि
E
ई और
is
सी
not
एडजेसेंट
adjacent with
नहीं है.
E.
C एंड E आर नॉट एडजेसेंट. ओके, तो C में अगर आप जितने भी वर्टेक्स ले रहे हो वो सारे एक दूसरे से एडजेसेंट होने चाहिए. देन ओनली वी आर गोइंग टू से दैट सेट C इज नथिंग बट द क्लिक. इज द डेफिनेशन क्लियर टू एवरीवन?
Yes, sir.
सर अगर क्लिक के सेट के सारे मतलब डिग्री वर्टाइसेस सेम ही रहेंगे ना, मतलब जितने भी वर्टाइसेस रहेंगे उतनी डिग्री.
क्या हुआ?
क्लिक का एक सेट बनेगा, उसमें जितने भी मतलब वर्टाइसेस फिलअप होंगे उनके डिग्री सेम ही होंगे ना.
हाँ बोल सकते हो आप.
लेकिन कंपलसरी नहीं है ना सर कि ऐसा ही होगा.
कंपलसरी नहीं है क्योंकि आपको यहाँ पर ही दिख रहा है वर्टेक्स ए की डिग्री हमारे पास 3 है और वर्टेक्स डी की डिग्री हमारे पास 4 है, लेकिन ये दोनों एक ही सेट में आ रहे हैं. तो आप ये नहीं बोल सकते कि इन इन दोनों की डिग्री सेम रहेगी. ओके, ऐसा कंपलसरी नहीं है. अगर मैं यहाँ से ये वर्टेक्स ई डिलीट कर दूं तो और ये करस्पॉन्डिंग एजेस भी डिलीट कर दूंगा देन यू कैन से, बट इट इज नॉट कंपलसरी. ओके.
ठीक है सर.
ओके, आइडेंटिफाई कर लोगे अब एग्जाम में आया तो क्लिक कौन सा होगा?
हाँ सर।
ओके, तो याद रखो जो मैं बोलता हूँ वो एग्जाम में जरूर डालता हूँ। आपको
यस सर।
पता तो चल ही गया होगा सेमेस्टर 5 में,
हाँ सर।
तो याद रखना। ओके, सो इससे आपका बेनिफिट होगा मेरा लेक्चर अटेंड करोगे तो। लेकिन खाली अटेंड मत करो, पढ़ो और आप डाउट भी पूछो जिससे कि आपके कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर हो। Okay, now we are going to use notation W of G, which is equals to the size of maximum click. Okay, so W of G denotes the size of maximum click. अब इस ग्राफ G में ऑब्जर्व करो, आपको मैक्सिमम क्लिक कितने साइज का मिलेगा? साइज मीन्स द नंबर ऑफ वर्टाइसेस आर देयर इन दैट सेट C.
4।
Okay, now I am giving you some sets and you need to check whether these sets are clicks or not. Just tell me what about C1 and C2?
बोथ आर क्लिक सर।
Both are clicks. What about C3?
ये नहीं होगा क्लिक।
This is not a click. What's the reason?
ई और सी।
This is the one reason. E and C are not adjacent. You can give another reason. A and E are not adjacent. Okay, so this is not a click. So this is the click of size 2. This is the click of size 3. This is the click of size 4. And this is not a click. Now let me give you one more interesting example and you need to identify it is a click or not. Yes. What about C5?
इट इज ऑल्सो नॉट अ क्लिक सर।
This is not a click. What's the reason?
बिकॉज इट्स रिक्वायर्ड 2 vertices to be a click.
Exactly. See, observe every two distinct vertices. तो डेफिनेशन ऑफ क्लिक ही हमें बोलते हैं कि हमें दो कम से कम दो डिस्टिंक्ट वर्टाइसेस लेके ही चलना होगा. इज दैट क्लियर?
यस सर.
So what we are getting in this graph, what is the maximum size of the click?
4।
4. Therefore for the above graph, W of G is nothing but 4. I hope this definition is very clear to you. Is it?
येस सर.
किसी को कुछ डाउट है इस डेफिनेशन में? Shall I proceed further then?
यस सर।
Okay. So lower bounds for chi-g. What is chi-g? Yes, what is chi-g?
नंबर ऑफ vertices सर।
See, number of vertices रहते तो हम उसे V of G से डिनोट करते हैं.
वर्टेक्स क्रोमैटिक नंबर।
वर्टेक्स क्रोमैटिक नंबर क्या रहता है वो?
minimum number of color.
Minimum number of colors to colors the vertices of this graph G. So remember, chi-g is nothing but vertex chromatic number. So this gives me the lower bound on vertex chromatic number. What is the lower bound? यस, ये तो मैंने ही पढ़ाया था आपको सेमेस्टर 1 में। पता है ना क्या होता है? यस। What is the lower bound of set of natural number?
Sir, elements less than and equal then all the sets are given.
Okay, ठीक है. What is the lower bound of set of natural number?
1.
1.
1 sir.
Means what? Lower bound क्या रहेगा? उस सेट में आप देखोगे कि कितने एलिमेंट्स है, उनमें से सबसे जो भी छोटा एलिमेंट होगा दैट इज नथिंग बट योर लोअर बाउंड. एंड रिमेंबर, we are going to call some, or we are having some special name for lower bounds which are nothing but infimum and supremum, but infimum and supremum may or may not belongs to the set. Remember that. अगर आप भूल गए हो तो फिर मैंने लेक्चर्स यूट्यूब पर अपलोड किए, तो वहां पे infimum and supremum का लेक्चर देख लेना.
So greatest lower bound ना infimum.
Yes. Okay. So we are having the lower bound on vertex chromatic number is nothing but the W of G. What is W of G?
Size of maximum click.
Size of maximum click. So vertex chromatic number एक तो size of maximum click के बराबर होगा या फिर उससे बड़ा होगा. Okay, you can check for this graph G. Tell me how many minimum number of colors we are going to use to color this graph G. See, according to this preposition, we required minimum 4 colors. Okay, because the size of maximum click for the above graph is nothing but 4. Now check whether we can able to color this graph G using 3 colors only. क्या हम खाली 3 कलर से इस ग्राफ G को कलर कर सकते हैं?
No.
See, if you can able to do that, then there is no use of this preposition. Okay, so we required at least 4 colors. Now observe how many, is it exactly 4 or bigger than 4?
Greater than 4.
Yes, what is vertex chromatic number of this graph G?
4 sir.
4.
Exactly 4. Okay, so in this case we are getting equality for this graph G. समझा?
Yes, sir.
So remember, this gives you the lower bound. ओके तो अब से आप क्या करोगे? सी आई कैन अंडरस्टैंड, क्लिक भी थोड़ा फाइंड करना टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है. ओके, तो इससे आगे आपको बहुत सारे रिजल्ट्स ऐसे मिलेंगे कि आप इजीली वर्टेक्स क्रोमेटिक फाइंड आउट कर सकते हो ऑफ सम स्टैंडर्ड ग्राफ्स. बट दिस इज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग. तो ये डेवलप कैसे हुआ वो मैं आपको सिखा रहा हूँ. ओके, तो यहाँ पे देखो, पहले हमने क्लिक की डेफिनेशन दी, उसमें से हमने मैक्सिमम साइज ऑफ क्लिक फाइंड करना सीखा, और हमने क्या बोला? वर्टेक्स क्रोमेटिक नंबर ऑफ ग्राफ जी इज नथिंग बट द लोअर बाउंड ऑन वर्टेक्स क्रोमेटिक नंबर ऑफ ग्राफ जी इज नथिंग बट द साइज ऑफ मैक्सिमम क्लिक. सी अभी तक हम क्या कर रहे थे? ग्राफ को देख रहे थे और ट्रायल एंड एरर मेथड से चेक कर रहे थे कि मिनिमम नंबर ऑफ कलर्स टू कलर दैट ग्राफ. बट व्हाट हैपेंस इफ आवर ग्राफ इज सो बिग? तो हम ऑलवेज ये नहीं कर सकते, या फिर करेंगे फिर भी हमसे मिस्टेक्स होंगी. इज इट और नॉट?
यस सर।
यस सर।
ओके, तो वो धीरे धीरे हम डेवलप करेंगे कि हम अपनी डिफिकल्टीज सॉर्ट आउट कैसे करेंगे। ओके, बिकॉज दिस इज जस्ट द बिगिनिंग। ओके, तो इस प्रेपोजिशन नंबर 3 से हमें पता क्या चला? द लोअर बाउंड ऑन वर्टेक्स क्रोमेटिक नंबर इज नथिंग बट द साइज ऑफ मैक्सिमम क्लिक। यहां तक सबको समझा? क्लियर है यहां तक?
यस सर।
किसी को कुछ डाउट है यहां तक?
नो सर।
एंड प्लीज ट्राई टू कम्युनिकेट सो दैट मुझे पता चले आपकी डिफिकल्टीज कहां पर है। ओके, नाउ लेट्स ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द preposition number 4. Okay, so preposition 4 again gives me the lower bound on chi g. Okay, so chi of g is nothing but cardinality of vertex set of g divided by alpha g. Where what is alpha g? Alpha g is nothing but the size of maximum independent set. Yes, now go in FIBSC and try to think of the vector spaces. In that specifically what is called as basis. And if I am not wrong, then you have already studied what is called as independent set and what is called as dependent set. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. तो क्या रहता है independent set in algebra?
सर if coefficient is equal to 0 आ जाता है तो इंडिपेंडेंट सेट होता है।
मीन्स अगर मैं V1 V2 Vn एक सेट में कलेक्ट करूँ एंड आई एम गोइंग टू कॉल दिस सेट एज अ लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट सेट, देन इफ आई राइट this set as a linear combination, and if I equate this linear combination with equals to 0, then our aim is to show all the coefficient of that linear combination is exactly equals to 0. If we are getting one of the coefficient is non-zero, then that set is what?
Independent.
Linearly dependent. If all the coefficients are 0, then that is nothing but linearly independent set. But this is not the case in this graph theory. Okay, I just want to recall that definition. Okay, so अब हम अपना set define करते हैं, what is called as independent set in graph theory. Okay, so definition: a subset S of vertex set of G. Okay, हमें vertex set of G का एक subset लेना है. Let us call it as S. And we are going to say this subset S is an independent set of graph G if no two vertices of S are adjacent in G. Okay, so what is independent set? If no two vertices of S are adjacent in G. Means what? हम G में हमें क्या करना है? वर्टेक्स सेट ऑफ जी का एक सबसेट लेना है S. तो पहले हम काउंट करेंगे G में कितने वर्टेक्स हैं और हम उस वर्टेक्स सेट ऑफ G का एक सबसेट लेंगे सच दैट दिस कंडीशन होल्ड्स, दैट इज नो टू वर्टाइसेस ऑफ द सेट S आर एडजेसेंट इन G. तो हम S में वो सारे वर्टाइसेस पुट करेंगे जो G में एडजेसेंट नहीं है. Okay, and we are going to call that set S as independent set, not linearly. Is the definition clear? या नहीं समझा अभी भी? समझा या नहीं समझा? एटलीस्ट कुछ तो बोलो, सबने नाश्ता किया है ना सुबह?
हाँ सर।
नाश्ते के बारे में हाँ था या डेफिनेशन समझने के बारे में हाँ था?
नाश्ता सर।
ओके, विच मीन्स डेफिनेशन नहीं समझा। समझा या नहीं समझा?
नहीं समझा सर, बहुत बड़ा है।
सो ये आप कब बताओगे? मैं आपको कितने बार पूछ रहा हूँ, समझा नहीं समझा? तो से अगर नहीं समझ रहे तो आप डायरेक्टली बोल दो। अगर आप तो ऐसा नहीं है आप 1 घंटा उस पर सोचोगे तो समझ में आएगा, उतना हमारे पास टाइम भी नहीं है। अगर नहीं समझ में आता तो आप डायरेक्टली बोल सकते हो कि सर नहीं समझा। ओके, बट हमेशा मत बोलना, थोड़ा सोचना। ओके, so let me explain this definition using an example. Now observe how many vertices are there in this graph. Remember, these corners are nothing but the
6.
vertices. Okay, so vertex
6.
set of G is nothing but 6. Or cardinality of vertex set of G is nothing but 6, which contains A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay, now see, remember our aim is to take the vertex subset of vertex set of G. विच मीन्स वॉट, हमारे सेट एस में जो भी एलिमेंट्स आएंगे वो इस वर्टेक्स सेट ऑफ जी में से ही आने हैं। यस और नो? यस, यस और नो?
Yes, sir.
यस। ओके, अब हम इस सेट एस में कौन से वर्टेक्स पुट करने वाले हैं? ऑब्जर्व, इफ नो टू वर्टाइसेस ऑफ एस आर एडजेसेंट इन जी, मतलब क्या, हम सेट एस में वो सारे वर्टाइसेस पुट करेंगे और हम सेट एस में ऐसे वर्टाइसेस पुट करेंगे जो सेट जी में, जो ग्राफ जी में एडजेसेंट नहीं है। ओके, फॉर एग्जांपल ऑब्जर्व दिस सेट एस। How many vertices we are having in the set S?
2.
2.
2 vertices.
Can I say this is the subset of vertex set of G?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Now observe whether these two vertices are adjacent in G. This is my G.
No, sir.
So these two vertices are not adjacent in G. Hence, this is our independent set S for this graph G. Okay, so this set S is independent set because these two vertices are not adjacent. So this is independent. Okay, I am going to use IND for independentness. Okay, now I am calling this set S as S1. Now let me give you another set S2. Now first of all observe, can I say S2 is a subset of vertex set of G?
Yes, sir.
So this is the subset of vertex set of G. Now observe, do we have these three vertices are non-adjacent in G?
No.
No. So this set S2 is not independent set. Okay. So this set S2 is not independent set. Let me give you another set. Okay. Now I am giving you two sets and you need to tell me whether these are independent or not independent. Hmm. Okay. What about S3?
Independent.
Independent.
Set S3 is independent set. What about S4?
Not independent.
Not independent.
What is the reason?
ए है ना वो भले दूर है बट एफ और सी कनेक्टेड है.
एग्जैक्टली और यू कैन से ए और एफ भी यहाँ पे एडजेसेंट है
हाँ.
और एफ एंड सी भी एडजेसेंट है लेकिन ए और सी एडजेसेंट नहीं है लेकिन हमें कैसे वर्टेक्स पुट करना है हम इस सेट में जो भी वर्टेक्स पुट कर रहे हैं वो सारे नॉन एडजेसेंट रहने चाहिए अगर एक भी हमें एडजेसेंट मिला देन दैट सेट इज नॉट इंडिपेंडेंट सेट इज द डेफिनेशन क्लियर नाउ
यस सर.
ओके now tell me about this set S5 yes what about S5
ये भी होगा सर इंडिपेंडेंट ना.
ये भी इंडिपेंडेंट होगा रिमेंबर द सिंगलटन सेट इज ऑलवेज इंडिपेंडेंट इज इट क्लियर
यस सर.
यस सर.
ओके अब देखो हमने S5 तक डिफरेंट सेट्स लिस्ट किए नाउ अमंग दिस सेट्स what is the max or you can say which one or you can say okay let me give you that proper definition okay so ये अब तक हुआ हमारा इंडिपेंडेंट सेट के बारे में now we are having one more definition in the same an independent set is maximum okay an independent set is maximum if G has no independent set S prime with cardinality of S prime is strictly bigger than cardinality of S. Okay, तो अब हमने इनिशियली डिफाइन किया व्हाट इज इंडिपेंडेंट सेट नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू defining what is called as maximum independent set. So maximum independent set means what हम सारे independent set लिस्ट करेंगे और उसमें चेक करेंगे कि कौन से सेट की कार्डिनलिटी बिगर है तो जिसकी कार्डिनलिटी बिगर होगी वी आर गोइंग टू कॉल दैट सेट एज द मैक्सिमम इंडिपेंडेंट सेट इज दैट क्लियर yes is that clear
Yes, sir.
यस सर.
okay so tell me what is cardinality of S1
Two.
2, sir.
So cardinality of S1 is 2. Now remember we are interested only in independent set. So S2 is not independent so we are not going to talk about S2. What is the cardinality of S3?
Come to A.
What is the cardinality of S5?
1.
1.
1. So among these three which one is the maximum linearly independent set? Maximum independent set not linearly.
S1 and S3.
S1 and S3 because they are having the same cardinalities. I hope the definition is clear now. Is it?
हाँ सर.
सबको समझा या किसी को कोई कंफ्यूजन है?
समझा सर। पर सर अगर एक से ज़्यादा सेट होंगे तो लिख सकते हैं?
सी एक से ज्यादा सेट मीन्स अगर आपको मैक्सिमम इंडिपेंडेंट सेट के बारे में पूछा तो आपको सारे सेट्स लिखकर चेक करना पड़ेगा कौन से सेट की कार्डिनलिटी ज्यादा है, और आप उसे बोलोगे दैट इज योर मैक्सिमम इंडिपेंडेंट सेट। तो इस केस में तो भले हमारे पास दो सेट मिले, बट एग्जाम में ऐसा नहीं होगा। एग्जाम में अगर पूछा गया तो आपको एग्जैक्टली एक ही सेट मिलेगा विच इज द मैक्सिमम इंडिपेंडेंट सेट। ओके,
ओके सर।
so you can see if I consider this single vertex, then this is my independent set, and if I consider these two vertices in a set S, then this is my maximum independent set. Okay, we have taken the same example. Okay, so what is alpha g? Alpha g is nothing but size of maximum independent set. तो हम ग्राफ में क्या चेक करेंगे? साइज ऑफ मैक्सिमम इंडिपेंडेंट सेट, तो वो हम अल्फा के जगह पे पुट करेंगे। इस केस में हमारे पास क्या है? अल्फा। अल्फा इज नथिंग बट 2। एंड व्हाट इज कार्डिनलिटी ऑफ वर्टेक्स सेट ऑफ जी फॉर दिस ग्राफ?
6।
6। So what is 6 divided by 2?
3।
3. So vertex chromatic number of this graph G is nothing but at least 3. Now check whether we can able to color this graph using only 3 colors or not. Yes.
No।
So how many minimum colors we are going to use to color the vertices of this graph?
4।
What about others? Yes, what about others?
Three.
4 or 3? See, I know that the vertex chromatic number of G is at least 3. But we are going to check whether it is exactly 3 or bigger than 3. So let me use red color for this, red color for this. Okay, so now I need to use some another color. So let me use blue color for this vertex and blue color for this vertex. Akanksha, mute yourself. Okay, now I am using green color to this vertex. Now check how many colors we had used to color the vertices of this graph G.
4।
4. So here we are getting the vertex chromatic number of graph G is nothing but 4, which is bigger than or is equals to 3. So you can see this gives me only the lower bound on the vertex chromatic number of particular graph G. Okay, so you can see this bound could be very loose. Okay. So here is the proof of proposition number 4. That is this proposition. That is the vertex chromatic number of G is at least cardinality of vertex set of G divided by alpha of G, where alpha of G is nothing but the size of maximum independent set. So let us quickly see the proof of it. After that, I am going to stop this lecture and I will provide this PDF on your group. Okay, so proof of proposition number 4. So let G be colored with colors 1, 2 up to chi G. Okay, so here we are using, or you can say this is our color box. Okay, and in this color box we are having these many colors 1, 2 up to chi G. Okay, so आप बोल सकते हो this is our camelin वाला color box. Okay, so let Si is equals to the set of vertices with colored I. So ऐसा एक ऐसा सेट है जिसमें हम वो सारे वर्टाइसेस पुट करेंगे जिसको हम कलर आई से कलर करें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं S1 के बारे में बात करूं तो S1 में हम वो सारे वर्टाइसेस पुट करेंगे जिनको हमने फर्स्ट कलर से कलर किया है. सिमिलरली S2 में वो सारे वर्टाइसेस हम पुट करेंगे जिसको हमने सेकंड कलर से कलर किया है, एंड सो ऑन. यहां तक समझा? यस, यहां तक समझा?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is our color class. Now, what is the relation between cardinality of Si and alpha of G? What is alpha of G? ओके, पहले तो हम ये कर लेते हैं, हम एक एग्जांपल लेते हैं. यू कंसीडर दिस इज द एग्जांपल. Okay, now you can see I am going to color this x3 vertex with first color and x1 vertex with first color, this x2 with second color. Now I am not going to 4 and x5, so I need to use different color. So let me use color number 3 to color this vertex x5. Now you can see this vertex x4 is adjacent to color 1, color 2 and color 3. So I need to use different color for this vertex x4. So I am going to use fourth color to color this vertex x4. Now we are going to make the set S1 which contains those vertices which are having first color. Okay, see यहाँ पे अब मैं कलर को नाम नहीं दे रहा हूँ ब्लू कलर, ग्रीन कलर एंड येलो कलर, बिकॉज दिस इज द टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. हम कलर को खाली 1 रिप्रेजेंट्स फर्स्ट कलर, 2 रिप्रेजेंट्स सेकेंड कलर एंड सो ऑन. तो S1 में हम वो सारे वर्टाइसेस पुट करेंगे जिनको हमने फर्स्ट कलर से कलर किया है. तो इस ग्राफ में ऑब्जर्व करो कौन से ऐसे वर्टाइसेस है जिन्हें हमने फर्स्ट कलर से कलर किया है. Yes,
X1 and X3.
x1 and x3. So we are going to put x1 and x3 in the set S1. Now what about S2? S2 में हम वो vertices put करेंगे जिनको हमने second color से color किया है. So you can see here we are having only one vertex with color 2. So S2 में क्या आएगा? x2 आएगा. Similarly सेट S3 में कौन सा वर्टेक्स आएगा जिसको हमने थर्ड कलर से कलर किया है. सो S3 में आएगा x5 एंड S4 में आएगा x4. Okay, so these are my sets S1, S2, S3 and S4. Now observe what is alpha of G for this graph. Remember what is alpha of G? Alpha of G is nothing but Size of maximum independent set. Maximum independent set means what? We are going to collect all those vertices in see, I have used already S, so let me use some different notation. So I am going to use H, or let me use I for independent set. Okay, so I am going to use I for independent set, or you can say in fact maximum independent set. So in this set we are going to put different vertices from this vertex set of G such that these vertices are not adjacent in G. So tell me which vertices I am going to include in the set I. Remember the condition of independent set. Yes? What is independent set?
So x1, x3, or x5.
X1, X3 and X5. Okay, because these three vertices are not adjacent in G. Okay, and what is alpha of G? Alpha of G is nothing but the size of maximum independent set. So cardinality of I is nothing but alpha of G. So what is cardinality of I?
3.
3. So here we are having alpha of G is nothing but 3. Okay, so this is our 3. And observe, what are the cardinalities of set Si? Either 1 or 2. So can I say then cardinality of Si is always less than or is equals to alpha of G?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this is the idea behind this statement. Okay, whenever we are going to whenever we are going to calculate set Si, then this will always hold. That is, the cardinality of set Si is always less than or is equals to alpha of G. As I am explaining this using an example, but this is always true. Okay, now let us calculate cardinality of vertex set of G. So can I say cardinality of vertex set of G is nothing but summation I is equals to 1 to chi G and cardinality of Si. Can I say this statement? First of all, tell me, if I pick Si and Sj, then do we have any common element in these two sets? Or do we have any common vertex in these two sets? Don't forget the definition of SI. SI is nothing but what? Set of vertices with color I. तो हम SI में वो सारे वर्टेक्स पुट कर रहे हैं जिनको हमने I से कलर किया है, और सेट SJ में वो सारे वर्टेक्स पुट कर रहे हैं जिनको हमने J से कलर किया है. तो क्या दोनों में कॉमन वर्टेक्स आ सकता है?
नहीं सर.
No, sir.
Which means what? These are mutually disjoint sets. Okay, and if I add all the if I add the cardinalities of all Si, then I am getting the vertex set of G. You can just see, if I add this S1, S2, S3 and S4, I mean cardinalities. If I add their cardinalities, then I am having, here I am having 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1 is 5. So if I add all these cardinalities, then I am getting, this is exactly equals to the cardinality of vertex set of G. Is it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's why I am saying this statement. Vertex set of G is nothing but summation cardinality of Si I running from 1 to chi G, because we have used color 1, 2, 3 up to chi G. Chi G is just the notation for the last color. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now observe. What we know about cardinality of Si and alpha of G? Yes. What is the relation between cardinality of Si and alpha of G?
Cardinality of Si is less or equal to alpha of G.
So can I say this is less than or is equals to summation alpha of G? Yes, I am using this statement and I am applying summation throughout this equation. So we can say that this summation is less than or is equals to this summation. Is it clear?
Yes.
But alpha of G is anyway a constant number, so we can take it outside. Then what remains? Summation I is equals to 1 to chi G of 1. So what is the answer of this summation? See, you may see in this summation, right? That is summation I is equals to 1 to n and 1. What is the answer of this summation?
N.
The answer of this summation is n. So what is the answer of this summation then?
Chi G.
Chi G. क्लियर हुआ? समझा सबको? So we are having this summation is exactly equals to chi G times alpha G. And on the left hand side, we are having vertex set of G. So we are having this relation. Okay. Now you just shift this alpha G in the denominator because this alpha G is non-zero. Now you just try to think why it is non-zero. This is quite easy. So using this, we are having this relation. And this gives me the lower bound on chi G. Hence, we have proved our proposition number 4. Is the proposition clear?
Yes.
So please try to go through this preposition once again at your home. Okay. So let me stop this lecture here. Now, do you have any difficulties, or if you want to ask any question, then you just unmute yourself and you can ask.